in the meantime, let me see how I got it set up. I'm not looking at it right now, so hi. Oh, look at that thumbnail. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm just checking the computer, hoping that it doesn't die in the middle of this, but if it does, guys, um, hey, Jonna. Hi, Chrissy. Chrissy. Hi, Pandora. So, yeah, we're going to play around with some foils this evening. I figured since my computer has been giving me problems and hopefully it won't die, but if it does, I'll just be talking to myself. I won't see you guys' comments because my I'm using my phone and it's way above my head, so I'll just keep talking through this. And I kind of figure I could use my phone and go live and kind of defeat the whole computer issue for now until that gets taken care of. I've been shopping. I can see your comments for right now, though. Hey, Omnium. So, getting right into this. Yeah, the title of it, Working on Issues with Nail Foil, right? I was trying to think, like, what can I get into without having to use the computer in case something goes wrong? And I started thinking about, I was thinking about using a foil for a nail set. And I was like, that's it. You know, nail foil. I remember if some of you guys saw the rant about lamp wattage, and that actually at that time was associated with doing foils. So I was like, okay, I got a few lamps, so let me pull a few of them out right here. So I don't know if you guys could see, where's my hands right there? Okay, there's a delay, that's why. So I have actually four different lamps. I have this lamp, if you remember, I did this Ruby Fine Polygel kit. It came with that. This is a 48-watt lamp. This pink one that you're looking at, or you can see the edge of, is a lamp in my very first YouTube video. I did an Amazon nail haul. This is a 54-watt lamp. I don't know. This is the one that was acting crazy that I did that little quick short on. So we'll see how well it works this evening. I got like a power surge cord down, thing down there. So I got them all plugged in. And then the one that you can't see far off in the back, I can lift it up and shift it. Get it in view a little bit. The one that I put my little cute stickers on. This one is the one that I use all the time in videos. It's starting to get beat up, but this is a 75-watt lamp. So we're doing lamps with different wattages. And I'm not saying that this is going to work. I'm just like you guys. We're just going to try this out. And I decided to do it live so we could chat while we do this and see how well it does. Because I believe, and this is just my summarization, and it comes from what I've learned throughout the time that I've done client services and even doing nails on the channel. So let me go back just a little bit. And here's some nail foil while I'm talking. I'll just show you I'll show you guys the things that I have pulled out for this. Hey, Latoya, I'm so glad you could make it. So I got some nail foils pulled out, okay? And then I have a tray of nails to use. I've got the nail stands to put them on. Those have been sitting aside waiting. I'm just tossing stuff around, guys. Okay, so my belief is, and hopefully this makes sense, up through to the time that I was actually doing client services and working in the nail salon, the most that you would really see is a 54-watt lamp. There was 9 was like the small ones that people got for themselves, and then you started seeing the 36s, and I could be leaving some numbers out, who knows. It's just I know what I saw where I worked. Then the 48-watt, and then the 54. But you got to remember, like, I believe a lot of the instructions from the manufacturers have been suggested or suggestible based on the fact that at that time, the more common lamps that were being used. And they were sun lamps. Not to say that any other brands are bad. Anywhere that you went, you would see sun lamps, sun. And most of them were either 48-watt lamp and 54-watt lamps. So when I started foiling, I was like, all the instructions that you see says cure for, what is it? What's most common that you see, guys? Pandora, I'm going to show you something in a minute. Girl, I'm about to show y'all something in a minute. What's the most common lamp that you guys have seen, like, before now, where you start seeing these, like, higher wattage lamps? Well, let me just check my power cord down here while I'm waiting up. 90 seconds is what you're seeing them suggest? So let me see who else is here. Hey, Omnion, I just saw you. Jana, Chrissy, Pandora, Omnia, Latoya. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I greeted everybody. Anybody else, like, what's the most common suggested curing time that you guys have seen per the manufacturer's instructions? I'm starting to see some changes nowadays, but up until I did that Rant video, I've always seen it say 60 seconds. Agree or disagree? Not to be confused, though, with, hold on, I know I'm away from the camera. I'm just checking my plugs. Not to be confused with what you hear a content creator say, because, you know, we're always experimenting and trying different things. The manufacturers usually would say 90 seconds, huh? Okay. And when you would see those 90 seconds, more than likely that came from the basis of using a 48-watt lamp. That's what I'm believing, because when I was doing nails, there weren't these high wattage lamps out. You started seeing like 60-some watt lamps a little later, and then they started going up from there. And then nowadays you see them, like Pandora saying she's got a 240-watt lamp. Now, Pandora, listen, girl, I started to include this one. Let me pull these back. Let me make some room. Let me clear the way. I started to use this one, but I felt like it would be too vast of a comparison, right? You agree, Latoya? Yeah. It would be too vast of a comparison. I've had this since last year, like last fall, and it's been sitting on the shelf. I hope you guys, I got this in view. This is a 2-in-1. It is a, and then also you got to remember there was a time when everything was UV. Now you're getting the combination of the UV/LED UV, right? At some point they were only UV lamps as well. So this is a Sun C4 Plus, and look at how many watts it is. I'm trying to watch the screen and the phone too. 256 watts, guys. You know what? I started to do this one in like a a YouTube short, right? And I started to put some dramatic music behind it when I opened it, like that that spacey sounding music, like dun 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 dun, and make it sound all dramatic, because 256 watts. You'd like an all black one? Yeah, I seen those too. I saw some red ones that are really pretty. I like the color of this one. Okay, so yeah, I have to admit, I know I do nails. I know I've done nails. I have never really been a big fan of using a nail lamp. So that's something you guys didn't know about me. When I started my channel, I was working with regular polishes. But I'm gonna open it up and show it to you guys real quick. So it's kind of like a nail haul / let's talk about some nail foil curing, right? Opened it upside down. That's okay. So you saw the box. The dimensions are 228 millimeters by 181 millimeter by 91 millimeter. Oh, here's some colors. It comes in white, gray, blue, and red. Oh, it comes with a couple of tools, guys. You see that? I'm kind of tripping on the little delay in the camera, so it's throwing me off just a little bit. But let me take it out the covering. Oh, it's cute. Oh, it's pink. I thought it was going to be like the cover. I don't, you know what? Like I said, I had this since last fall when I was working extra hours. I always shop when I work the extra hours. Look, guys. Oh, it's a pearl metallic pink. Look at the handle. It's rose gold. I was kind of hesitant about using it, but I don't know. It's probably just gonna have to sit on my desk for looks. Hi there, you. Yeah, I can't pronounce your name. Irdari. I recognize your name. Thank you so much for coming. So I was just showing this new lamp. I was going to use it in the comparison, but I think it's a little too far off in numbers to compare it with the other ones. You saw one like this? Metal files are so underrated. Yeah. Now, actually, even though you don't see me using them in my video, I did use metal files when I client services because, you know, the sanitary reasons. You could peel off and then clean the handle and stuff. So yeah, it has the 10-second, 30-second, 60-second, and then this is the low heat mode, 99 seconds. And it says something about double power. I would have to read up about that. Right there it says double power. And so this button has a couple of different purposes. And I like the little handle on it. It's so cute. You could pick it up and then put it over the foot. So what do you think, guys? Because I think doing a 48, 54, and a 75-watt lamp, it's just a little too vast of a comparison to make to use this one, right? And look at the little tools it came with. There's cuticle cutter, pusher. Oh, look at the tiny little emery board in there. Some toe separators, a brush, and a couple of other things. How cute is that? And then there's the power cord. So I wanted you to see it because, like I said, I thought about, okay, Dari, that's cute, Dari. I just wanted you guys to see it because I thought about using it, but then I said, no, to jump from these different wattages all the way up to 256. But maybe I will play with it a couple of times. So I'm just going to put it aside for now. Okay. So you guys see that I had the aluminum foil. I made that mistake in a video before. I have the nail foil sitting aside. So yeah, 48, 54. I think that's a fair graduation in wattage. 48, 54. So what kind of problems are we having with curing? I'm going to load these up while I'm waiting on some response. Yeah, it is too vast, right? Anybody tell me anything? In my opinion, because everybody has their own opinion, and you know, we all discover something different when we're doing nails. Everybody's not going to always come across the same exact thing. And especially, and I say it all the time, I always talk from the perspective of doing client service, okay? And there's not going to be, no two clients are going to have the same needs or have the same results. So you have to get to know it's important to do that client consultation. And it's also important to get to know your client, especially those that are dedicated, that continue to come back to you. So because, you know, I never assume that because something works for me. Hi, Robbie. None now, LOL, was using the 99 seconds for everything. Now I use 30 to 60. So tell me, why did you go down? And then I'll explain what I talked about in that video. And if you guys have not seen that video, there'll be a link for it in the description. You know, we always have to wait until the live videos are inspected, or whatever they call it. I had a hard time curing hard gel. Oh, you went down. You found the right times for the products you have. Only half of my nail foils end up on the nail. I used Nail Couture. Now I'm using the MAKARTT one. MAKARTT is a good glue. I have MAKARTT glue. In fact, that's the only thing that I didn't have pulled out, because I have a few different brands. I have MAKARTT glue, SXC, which I haven't really used but once or twice. I have iMethod. iMethod is actually good too. And then I have Creation. I'm only going to use one glue though, because I can't, it wouldn't be fair for me to use different glues across the foiling and curing. So I'll let you guys pick which glue do you want me to use. MAKARTT, SXC. These two I haven't used much. These two I have used. These two I haven't used much. That's good, Dari. You found the right times for the products. Yeah, I would say that when it comes to foiling, it's all about curing time. I believe it's about curing time. You use the Born Pretty 6-in-1 for foiling? I got the 6-in-1 too. But I have never tried it for foiling though. Use whatever you want to. We all know MAKARTT is good, right? You've tried the Born Pretty 6-in-1 too, Latoya? I'm only going to choose one to use across all the nails so that it's a fair result. GAN. Really? So at least we're seeing different names and brands that you guys, if you're interested or if you want to try them, you're getting different names from people that are part of the chat. So thank you for that. That's possible, Chrissy. That's possible. Okay, I'm gonna put those aside. We're so familiar with MAKARTT. I'm gonna put MAKARTT aside too, and I'm gonna do iMethod. Nails by Cami loves iMethod. I have tried it. It is a good foiling glue too. This is nothing against the other brands. We're just sticking to one across the board in this. So in that video, what I talked about was, if a manufacturer, you get a product from a manufacturer, right? And the suggested curing time for that product is 60 seconds. Why would it be 60 seconds in a 48-watt lamp, a 54-watt lamp, and also a 75-watt lamp? That's a conflict to me. So that's what I talked about in that video. And I calculated, because I have been asked how long I cure my foils for. And I have not cured foils, but maybe once or twice. And this one, it's been a long time ago. I have not even used the 54-watt lamp one. Or do I have it backwards? No, I got it backwards. Sorry, I put them backwards. 48. I have not used this one for curing at all. This has only been in 2 videos. The 54-watt lamp one, that was a long time ago when I first got it. But the 75-watt lamp that I keep on my desk, I have cured much in it, and I cure for 30 seconds. A lot of people say 60, but I only cure for 30. Yeah, most of what is formed Most of what is from Wish, and yes, it's just sticky enough to do foil, old school patchy, like back in the day. But if you want a perfect, use a real foil glue. I don't have. Okay, you don't have good foil glue. You should try that. I thought you were saying that you use the 6-in-1 for foil glue. It just might work for it. You never know. It's also about foil quality. You got an 8-watt, or are you saying 80-watt? You might be typing fast. Girl, you be typing fast. That's what you're doing. It's also about foil quality. Let me pull a couple of other foils out to make a comparison for you. I have found that these metallic foils, they transfer well. The only thing is when you're doing foiling around the curvature part of the nail, it's not going to transfer flat and give you a fully covered surface, right? But I just want to show you the difference between a couple of these, because and then these also have backing. I have tried it. Oh, okay, so you have these clear foil papers, and they got that kind of like crispened feel to them, right? These are very difficult to get transferred because of that crispened, more hardened paper. That's true, because some foils don't yeah, it's quality of foil. And it's not that it's a bad quality, it's just a different texture of paper that the print is on. So that matters too. And I was trying to say that before, but I don't think I made it very clear. These different from those. They're not as, they're more flexible. Okay, the paper is softer, right? So these transfer easier. And then you've got that backing. Now, a lot of people would say or suggest to put, and I'm just going to share some ideas and thoughts with you that I've seen or heard people, had people suggest to me or seen on other channels. Some people will cure and then let the foil glue sit for 10 seconds before they work the foil onto it. There's also a suggestion to alcohol the backing of your foil paper. Alcohol the backing of it to loosen up the print. Try those things. And if I think of anything else, I'll come up with it. I do 3 set for the BP 61. Okay. Oh, you do? You got super long C-curve squares, huh? You're typing slow? So yeah, paper matters. And then what else was I gonna say? I kind of looked away. Then the other ones that are kind of hard to do are these that have the gaps of space in between the print, right? So we're just talking about time today with the different wattage lamps. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use this foil, and I'm going to use the same glue across all the nails. So we got 3 lamps. Put those aside. Somebody's texting. So I'm just going to put 1 coat on. In the 48 watt. Okay, 60 seconds. What I did was I calculated. So I'm going to, in the 48 watt, I will cure for, no, I'm going to start out with 60 seconds on all of them. Modding Twitch streams for gamers. What is that? Modding Twitch streams. My nephew does, he does the gaming stuff, and he has like the headphones, and he talks to people like, oh, I need more ammunition or something. He's on there till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And then you don't want to go, you don't want it to be super duper thin, but you don't want to, you don't want it on there super thick either. I'll spread this out across all 3. You guys are like right in here too. Thank you so much. You know, I'm always fumbling around at the very beginning trying to get, I'm still not used to it. Oh, do you? Oh, you're, oh, okay. You're a moderator. I get you now. I got you. Okay, so one each in each lamp, okay? Hopefully they're all working now that I got them plugged in. So we're going to do, what did I say I was going to do? 60 in each lamp, right? Because that's typically what you see. You guys said 90 though? I would think that 90 is a bit much. You want me to start at 90? I just nailed it. We're doing foils, comparing them in different wattage lamps. I'm going to do 60, guys. Okay, so 60 in this one. I just bumped you guys, didn't I? All right, 60 in that one. Oh, that's right. This was the one that the light was freaking out. We'll just count the 60. And then 60 in this one. And we'll see how it transferred with them. 90's too high. I said that. Yeah. So yeah, this was right before you came in. We're using iMethod because everybody's so familiar with MAKARTT already. I just decided to use iMethod across the board with all of them. 45 to 60. In my 75 watt lamp, I usually cure for 30, and it has worked relatively well. Let me cut these down to size. We're going to use the same foil across all of them. This one went out too soon. I knew it. That's the one. You guys remember I did that little quick short on that pink lamp where when I put my hand in, the light went out, but when I took my hand out, the light went on. Okay, so there's 3 pieces. And I'm just shutting that one off around the same time that these go off. So if it even shuts off, it's not shutting off. Bad lamp. That's why I don't use it anymore. It sits upstairs at my other table. Okay, so 48 watt, 54, 75, all cured for 60 seconds. When I do foiling, I was just looking at the chat. This isn't going to go all the way to the top because I didn't cut it that way. When I do foiling, I usually lay it dead center as best as I can. I want to get more flowers on here though. Dead center as best as I can. Start rubbing it down the center first and then work my way out to lay it flat. If you need to get your silicone tool or anything, you can use your finger. There was a time when they were saying, oh, the temperature from your finger is a bit too much. It's up to you to decide. Depending on how much you cure it, you might need help from that finger. And then I just work my way out. And I really didn't wait any time. Did you guys have dinner already? I just got through eating. I was going to do this earlier, but I knew I would be interrupted with my son coming in. And we had everything set at the table. So I held off. And I'm glad I did because I'm so glad to see you guys here. Yeah, slow and steady, right? One thing for me, I like to really work the edges. I like to almost like cut into the edges. Come through, Latoya. She said, slow and steady. You haven't eaten? Oh, I bet that fried chicken was good. How do you guys think this is going to come out? This is the one from the 48-watt lamp. It's tricky to do it on these stands. Actually, it's just tricky to do foil anyway, right, guys? We had hibachi. That's so sweet of him. Chicken is up for debate. We just had chicken yesterday. Okay, so I'm still working outward. I'm feeling like because I got these gloves on, and that can be tricky too. So I try to get it wrapped around without any space or gaps. And then continue to rub in. But I find a lot of times that if you get those edges really good, the rest of it pulls up with it from the edges. And I'm just being a little picky because I'm really, really trying to work those wrinkles out. What do you think? Time for me to check? We love going to this particular hibachi restaurant, you know, where they cook the food in front of you. And it's because they use this garlic butter. And I know it's fattening, but oh my gosh. So now, like, I do this thing where if I go somewhere and I like their food, I try to remake it at home. And I've got this little grill in there. And I've been mixing my own garlic butter. And I've been coming kind of close to their flavor. Okay, let's see, guys. It's going to be funny if they all come out decent. There's a couple of green leaves in here. Then when I pull back, I try to pull back slowly in case you have to lay the foil back down. One little piece right there didn't pull. Two right there. In case you have to lay it back down like that. But it still doesn't look too bad. Okay, that one really didn't come through because there's supposed to be the flower is supposed to be right there. So I'm not looking for perfection. This is just us experimenting and trying this out. So this is 60 seconds in the 48-watt lamp. Butter is a side dish. And then sometimes I don't like to lay, I don't like to lay the foil back down because you can accidentally pull up what you've already laid. So can you guys see that? I'm going to leave the foil right there. And I should have waited to cure those. 48, 60 seconds. Then we're going to start reducing the time. So it was just something, a little experiment I came up with. And I was like, we could just go live and chat while we're doing this, right? Butter on the side. It's a garlic butter, though. They have, it's a pre-blended with a little bit of, I don't know what other seasoning or flavor is in it. It is lit. I was so hooked, we had to go back. So now I've been concocting my own garlic butter. Um, I got some like, what is it? Land O'Lakes. You know, Land O'Lakes butter has like the different flavors. So we managed to find a Land O'Lakes butter with garlic, but I added my own garlic to it too. I'm a garlic fanatic. This is the one that came out of the pink lamp, 54 watts, but that's the crazy lamp. Try some MSG in it. You like, girl, oh, you know what? We don't use seasoning. My family and I, we stopped using seasoning about 3, maybe 4 years ago. I'll only use fresh garlic. So if we know what we're cooking that evening, we typically just let it marinate in the garlic, and you really don't need anything else. You put it on all your food. I know it's like a tenderizer too, right? I would die if this one comes out perfect out of the raggedy lamp. I shouldn't call it that. I should call it the crazy lamp. Yeah, I got the gloves on because I don't have any nails done. I just got through cleaning my cuticle area and also putting some treatment on. So that's why I have the gloves on. And I was kind of freaking out on my hand because those 2 fingers, I didn't realize it until recently, but I have discoloration, like I've lost color in my finger, skin color in my finger. Let me take this off. You use it in your marinades? Yeah. We have seasoning in the house, and the only time we use seasoning is if we're doing like something Cajun or something specifically, like something specific, but day to day, like cooking, no seasoning, just garlic. Just marinade in garlic and that's it. You'd be surprised. You won't need anything else. Over 50 club. I have never told you guys my age, right? I can't remember if it was the last video or not. No, it wasn't the last video. There was a comment from a lovely lady by the name of Carol, and she said she subscribed, and I thank her for it. Okay, let's peel this one off. Okay, guys, Crazy Lamp is seeming to do much better. $54-watt lamp, and there's almost a full transfer. Bring that up so you guys could see. 54-watt lamp. 60 seconds. Almost a full transfer. This has been sitting for quite a while before I'm doing this transfer, but let's see how it works out. We gotta stick together. Yeah, right? Didn't that work out? Okay, this is the 75 watt lamp at 60 seconds. I usually do 30, so I'm curious how this is gonna turn out. Let me just put these flowered. Nah, I'm gonna do it like the rest of them. Okay, guys, so yeah, I never said my age. I am 62 years old this year. So yeah, you definitely are part. We are all in the same group. I've told Jana and Pandora knows, right, Jana? I am 62 this year. 62, still young and having fun. Oh, thank you. Yeah, girl, 62, Hunte. So I think in that 48 watt lamp, 60, it did well in 54. I think it's going to do okay in this one, but I do believe this one kind of sat for a minute. Maybe it still had time for it to kind of, this part is feeling loose. You're going to do 60 now? Okay. Well, I'm going to reduce the time. I'm going to do the next ones at 40 and well, something like that. I'll reduce the time and then I'll do 30. They think you're being a troll. I've always had, because I got a little pie face. I got a little round baby face. So people have always assumed me to be younger than I am. And plus I'm young spirited. I still like doing all the young stuff. Girl, I'll be hanging out at the motorcycle clubs and at the car stuff and drag races. I do all that stuff still. Yeah, I would party. Before COVID, you know, before we went down on restrictions, I would hang out till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, come home late, especially if I was on my motorcycle. I would be coming home at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and maybe not even then sometimes, because that's how we do. Now, I would die if this, well, it's a different curing time. I was going to say I would die if this didn't work when it always works pretty decent for me in my lamp. Oh, did you? I'm gray around the front, all the way, practically all the way around the front. But you know what? I've always been gray. I've always been salt and pepper gray since my 20s. You still have your rock and roll music? That's why when you guys hear me mention songs in the video, it's always something from back when, okay? Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. You remember that? I was telling Omnia that my brother went to school with Shaka Khan. I was telling her a little more than that, but my oldest brother went to school with her. They're just slightly older than me, him and her. Okay, I'm about ready to see how well this will come off. Yeah, Jana, I watched that video. They had what were they? Were they relatives, Jana? Were they dressed up like Kiss? And they did a live concert. Why am I screaming? Don't you guys like do that? It sounds like you feel like everybody can't hear you and you talk louder. Trying to get these wrinkles out before I start the peel. I'm just a music lover, so I love music from all eras. 70s, 80s. Here's the peel away. Ooh. Ooh. I think this one came out the best. Okay, so 48, 54, 75 at 60 seconds. We'll do, I'm going to do these individually so that they're not sitting there. Do this one real quick. They're called Dress to Kill. I need to be able to get into that lamp. Let me put this back on the stand. And I'll just leave it in that order so we know that these are 60-second cures. In your hair, you do the colors? Somebody just did their hair purple. I want to, and I'm not going to color my hair that color. I've had pink. I want to insert something. Oh, that's too globby. I want to insert something orange in my hair for the summer. I want to put a orange color in it. So this is for 30 seconds now. 30. How do you do that? Is it a rinse? How do you change it so quickly? I used to do my own hair, but I forget all that stuff now. Okay, so while that one, I'm going to do the foil on that one. I'll put this one in for, I'm doing 30 seconds, guys. I should have did 45, but I can always do that too. I'll move that away from the lamp. I think this one will only go for 30. I had to push it twice. Yeah, 30 works on that one. And what? It's called Dress Kill. I'll do the colors one day. How do you change the colors so quickly? Three more strips. One. It's sticking to my gloves. Blues, teals, purple. That sounds cute. See, I'm a rebel. I was a rebel, so I would do it even at my age. I don't care. I do what I do. I don't answer to nobody. I do what I do. If I want some blue hair, I'll do some blue hair. I got in trouble at one of my jobs, though, for showing up with pink hair. They made me cover it up. But as long as I was able to cover it up, then you guys shouldn't have nothing to complain about. I'm a biker, so I do stuff like that. Not that you have to be a biker to do stuff like that, but that's my reason. I just have that. I'm not a difficult person, but if I like something, that's what I'm going to do. I've done blues, teals, purples over the years. I bleached it first now. Oh, okay. That's right. You did say that. I apologize. I forgot you said that already. But I want to put something temporary like orange, not streak, but I want some visible orange because I have a Harley Davidson. I still got a sport bike too, but when I ride my Harley Davidson, I want something orange. Just doing nails. She rides motorcycles too. Yeah, use semi-permanent. I think that's what I used to do when I was younger. But you know, during that time, we weren't doing colors like we're doing now. I would do that and I would put like an auburn or something like that in my hair. I've never bleached my hair. Never thought to. I never thought I would look good with bleached hair. Over to Harley Davidson? Yeah, I'm a motorcycle instructor, Dari. I teach motorcycle class. I think I messed this one up starting out. I didn't go in the usual pattern because I keep looking up and down. Yeah, Sherry, you have a Harley Davidson, right, Sherry? Sherry has just nailed it. So this is 60 seconds coming out of the 48-watt lamp. The one is sitting in the 54-watt lamp waiting next. No, not 60, 30 seconds. You love my stuff. Hi, Hazel. Just the love and respect. Yeah. Sherry, you know what? I got to be honest. I didn't see myself on a Harley Davidson. Never saw myself on a Harley Davidson. Heck, I'm in my 60s and I'm still riding Yamaha R1 sport bike. Still riding a super fast sport bike. Because I've been to the racetrack and I never saw myself on a Harley Davidson. But then you come to that point in life where, you know, it's like, come on now, you know, something's got to give because all your friends are on different motorcycles. And so it just happened by chance too. My mechanic that works on my motorcycles ended up with one in, not just one, but a few of them in his garage. And he's like, hey, you think you'd be interested? I got 3 Harleys. I'm like, I don't want a Harley. And it was funny because I was taking my sport bike there for him to service it. And when I stepped into his garage, I was like, whoa, what is that? He said, that's the Harley I tried to tell you about. I was like, you didn't tell me it looked like this. Oh, I bet that was a blast. Jonna had a Honda. I love motorcycles. I can't fit none of my gear though. I've gained weight. And then Rhonda's on the channel from time to time. Rhonda Mastropolo, she had, I think she told me she had a katana. She rode too. How are you, Hazel? Thank you so much for coming. We're playing around with, we're just chatting and playing around with curing times on nail foils. So this first set, in case you missed it, was 60 seconds in 48 watts, 54 watts, 75 watts. Right now I'm on 30 seconds. This one just came out the 48-watt lamp. And it's really, from the start, not really doing well. If you notice the flowers in the print, I'll put it up to the camera. It's not really laying down. That was just right off the top. You guys see that? It's not laying down, so it's not even taking to the glue. So I would say 30 seconds in the 48-watt lamp definitely is a no-go. Yeah, when you pull it nice and slow. Like I see people, The only time I would do that is if I'm doing it in patches. I know that I'm going to do like little segments and patches, then I would like rip off. But when you're doing a print like this, then you lift. This is not going to come out good anyway. So you lift, and if you need to, you can lay it back down and you just lift slowly. And I was saying earlier that I found that making sure you cut into the edges like this, sometimes that helps with a good outcome too. But this one, I don't believe the curing time was good enough in this 48-watt lamp. So I think 60 and a 48-watt lamp did better. How do you pronounce that? Hi, is it Malika? Malika? I don't want to mispronounce anybody's names, but you guys know that we're getting to know you, right? We're talking about curing times. There will be, when this video is reviewed, and it's, what do you call it, Jonna? Because you do lives all the time. They review it and then you're able to what? It just goes up on the channel, right? There will be, I have it set up so that there'll be a video link to a past video where I did a rant about curing times in different wattage lamps, because your suggested curing time from manufacturers are usually always the same. So why would you be doing the same curing time in different variations of lamps? And there was only one time where I saw a company said, you know, they did like a, you guys know what I'm talking about. You saw the video. Yeah, this one is not coming out all that great. I'll do it right here. Yeah, a lot missing right there. So I wouldn't do 30 seconds in a 48-watt lamp. Ladies that just recently joined, we even talked about the grade of paper that your foil is made of makes a difference too. $54-watt lamp, 30 seconds. And these are just things that I feel that I've come to notice while doing foils. And there's so many other variations, you know, and outcomes that people have reached by way of doing foils. I also shared that there have been suggestions to wait 10 seconds after it comes out the lamp. And also suggestions to rub down the backing of the foil paper with alcohol and see if those things help you too. That's better, you think? If you have a higher wattage lamp, the whole point to that rant that I was making is if you have a higher wattage lamp, you shouldn't be curing for the same amount of time you would in a smaller watt. 75, I'm doing 30. So like, I think it was Sherry that said it earlier. You should be curing from anywhere between maybe 30 to 45 seconds if you're using a higher wattage lamp. That made a big difference for me. Alcohol works pretty good. Oh, and ladies, you may want to scroll back through the comments too if you just joined, because there were other suggestions by people in the chat and I appreciate it. So that may be helpful to you too. Like Latoya is just saying alcohol works pretty good. Oh, and then I did mention too, didn't I, earlier that I think it was just doing nails. She said she waits 10 seconds once it comes out the lamp, before she puts the foil on. Your 48-watt lamp, the foil wouldn't even try to stick. There's some people say do a full 60, and I believe that's for the 48-watt lamp. But it could be the lamp too, and not necessarily you foiling. We get so bummed over this stuff, and a lot of times it's not always you. the type of paper makes a big difference too. Yeah, you ladies may have missed it. We were talking motorcycles and hanging out and partying and 70s music, and what else did we talk about, guys? Did you guys want me to try 90 seconds? Let me try. I'm going to try 90 in that 48 watt lamp, because that may need a longer curing time. 60. Yeah, the lamp is a wish. Oh, is it? We talked about age. Now this one laid down better. If you notice, the paper itself laid down better on the one that came out the 54 watt lamp than it did in the 48. Okay, I'm gonna try it, Latoya. 90 seconds in the 40. I'm gonna do that at the end. Oh, and ladies, the other thing was, when I lay the paper down, I try to work straight from the middle, okay, and get it to, because it's going to catch when you lay it. It should catch right up the middle. Work the middle and then work your way outwards and make sure you get the edges. So this was just, I'm not saying I'm a nail foil pro or anything. We were on here doing, hey, Kendall. Hi, oh, you know what, Kendall? I'm glad you came. Girl, I didn't even realize you were doing press-ons, girl. I remember, I know you've said it. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to charge it to age. I am so sorry. I'm going to get some press-ons from you. Guys, that's Kendall. She is on Instagram. KK Nails on Instagram. And she's doing press-ons. And as everybody else, many of you have been following me for quite some time. I wanted to make sure I did that because I hadn't said anything or mentioned it before. Again, yeah, KK Nails 20, there you go. She was one person that I hadn't mentioned what she does. Jana is doing, My Nails by Jana is doing face masks. She is doing aprons, right? What else, Jana? Where's my face mask? You know what? I tucked it away. Oh, my dog. I almost ran over my dog. I boxed my stuff up because remember I said I was so afraid to use it. I didn't want to mess it up, but I have this on a stand. I have this, she did a channel thing for me and I have it on a stand like a little marquee for myself. Jana's doing those. And guys, please shout yourselves out while you're in the chat, okay? Just in case, because it's easy to miss while you're on here trying to do stuff. So it's just me by myself. Okay, so I'm about to peel this. Shirts, okay. Thank you, Pandora. She said just about anything you might want. This is, and you know what? This foil, I believe this foil is from DG. Let me show you the long stretch of it. We were talking about paper quality on foils. These are kind of harder to transfer. They're of that crispier like paper. And then I gave a comparison of these being easier to transfer because, and you'll be able to tell as you get foil, you'll see the difference. This paper is softer and more lightweight in metallics like this. And then it has that backing, okay? It has that backing. So this is the paper that we're using for this. And again, I'm not professing to be a nail foil pro or nothing like that. It's just some things that I feel I've picked up on while doing foils, and making sure to cut into the edges. Cut into that edge. And what I like to do when I do that, when I cut into the edge, you'll start seeing it lifting on its own right along the edge. Then you know you're going to get a good print out of it. Like right here. Let me give you a close. I don't know. Let me put it. If you could see right there at that edge, you could see where it's literally lifted on its own. You see that? Yep. So hopefully you can really see where it's lifted now. I peeled away. And there you go, guys. So 54 watts, 30 seconds. That did pretty good too. 30 seconds seems to be doing pretty good. Okay, and I'll have this one coming out of the 75 watt lamp at 30 seconds. Yeah, I didn't realize it, Kendall. I'm so sorry. And then I kind of stalked your Instagram page, but then lately I've been having computer problems, and I'm actually in the process. I have it narrowed down. The only thing, there's only one thing that's keeping me from definitely settling on the computer that I'm looking at, and it's because it only has one USB port. I need more than one. I love all the features of the computer, but it only has one USB port. Hi, Erica. Okay, you're watching on the television. I'm like, so far, I'm just like, I'm like a kid over this one that I want, but it only has one USB port. Do you guys use more than one USB port? Okay, so this one just came out of the 75 watt lamp at 30 seconds. I'm trying to make sure I got it on the right side. Now this foil glue did yellow a little bit in the 75 watt lamp. I know you won't be able to see it maybe by looking at the tack on the stand. Just so you know. And I'm pretty much trying to capture the print in the same pattern on all the nails. I'm trying to anyway. Move that out the way. You guys missed me showing the 200, how many watts is that? 256 watt, 200 and however many watts it was. I've been scared of that lamp. So yeah, guys, remember to check her out on Instagram, KK Nails 20. She's doing press on nails. And Jonna's doing t-shirts, masks, aprons too, right? Right, 5 USB ports. How are they going to do a computer with just one? You know what, Jonna? I have like 3 adapters, and I've been using those while doing this channel. But see, the problem with the adapters is they start loosening up after a while. The connections start getting loose, plugging in, unplugging, plugging in, unplugging. They overheat. So I don't know. I still like the computer though. So I'm not trying to rush into it. That's the only thing. One USB port. Okay, working my way out, trying to push these wrinkles. Making sure to get over the edges real well. And this took to the glue right away too. So pretty much that first one didn't much at all. So and this actually right now, 30 seconds in the 75 is what I always do. This is my curing that you usually see in my videos. And it doesn't take a lot of work. Really, for me, just the exception of rubbing the wrinkles out is the most work that I do when I do this time in this watt lamp. And like Latoya was saying, you have to have patience with foil. Work it nice and slow and get it as smooth as you possibly can. Rub those edges in. Some people wait. I'll repeat that too. Some people wait 10 seconds after they cure. Hopefully those are firecrackers, right? Have you guys been getting a lot of fireworks around you? It sounded like they were blowing things up around here a couple days ago. And it's a little awkward being on the stand. Gotcha. MAKARTT 60 second. Okay, MAKARTT 60 seconds in the 84 watt lamp, guys. I pulled out the MAKARTT glue, KK, but I figured since everybody was so accustomed and very familiar with it, I went with using the, and I didn't show you guys, that came in later, the iMethod nail foil glue, which is also pretty good too. It's worked well for me so far. So I have MAKARTT Creation, SXC, and then that iMethod. I got iMethod because Nails by Cami spoke highly of it. I know, right? Yeah, they've been, it was, my dogs were scared. Somebody had big fireworks. I didn't get around the edge on this side too well. So yeah, because I was having the computer, I'm still having the computer issues, and I decided, well, you know what, let me do something live and chit chat with everybody. And it's good to do it because, you know, I get a chance to talk with you guys. Oh, girl, you missed it because we was talking age too. We got to know each other a little bit here this evening. Oh, an amusement park. Oh, you hear that all the time then. No, this wasn't the MAKARTT. This was, no, I never noticed yellowing with the MAKARTT. This did though, in the 60, only in the 60. I'm sorry, and I don't mean to cause a confusion. This one did in my 75 watt lamp. You want me to check it out for you? I can throw something on the stand and put it in my 75 watt lamp just to see. Or you say you got a new bottle? Because I got some extra nails sitting right here. Yeah, I don't think I've ever noticed MAKARTT yellowing. Okay, guys. This is usually what I do, so let's see how this turns out. So coming out of the 75 watt lamp at 30 seconds, which is what I always have been doing. And that's the print and the transfer. So I think we have an idea at this point, right, guys? Let me do this. What did we say we were going to do, Latoya? I'm going to throw her in a 675 watt lamp real quick and do a MAKARTT. What else is that we said we were going to do earlier? Oh, from people hunting? Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I sit here and I'm like, okay, that a gunshot? Or I think that was fireworks, or because you know people do fire their guns on these holidays. Okay. And you said for how long? I know it looks like I'm putting it on in gloss, but the upper part of the nail is so wide. And then I spread it out. Wipe some of that off. You said 90 seconds. Okay, I'm going to throw this in here for 90. You won't see it because that's the lamp that's sitting furthest to the right. MAKARTT 75 is close enough to her 80 watt lamp. I'm going to put it in there, and I got it on 120, so I'll stop it when it gets down to 30. 90 seconds in which lamp? Let me go back. Latoya, you remember, you tell me. I'm just going to get the nail on here. This looks like a riot zone, doesn't it? They all came out fairly well. So it's all about curing time and paper quality, guys. And then you can just try some of those other little tricks and tips. And as I was saying in that rant, you're not going to cure it for the same amount of time in different wattage lamps. Uh-oh. I just shut, well, not, but live by way of phone. Did I shut down? Hold on, you guys, I'm sorry for my hands, but I'm checking the phone. No, okay, you're still there. My computer just went down. It surged back up, though. That's the pain. You forgot. You forgot. Let me see. What did I say? We did 60. We did 30. Oh, no. Somebody said 90 seconds in the 48 watt. Who was that said that? You know who you is, girl. 60 seconds in a 48 watt. So we're going to try that real quick. Oh, no. That wasn't MAKARTT. I did that for KK. That's still in the lamp. Okay, Kendall, it's ever so slight. That's 90 seconds, 75 watts. Yeah, I do see it's so slight though. I'm gonna set it down so you could see it in comparison to the background. What do you think? I know, right? It does work. Oh, really? No, I'm sorry. I was going to say it does work as a blooming gel. I didn't know that. I was thinking base coat. That's what you get. It is it's ever so slight, but yeah, I do see it. Try less curing time. Try, especially having an 80 watt lamp. Try curing for less time. Okay, where's 90, 30, 60? Oh, I don't mean to do that to you guys. All right, so the counter is on. I'm going to shift this so you guys can see it. So there's Kendall's MAKARTT at 90 seconds. Yeah, I think that may be quite a while. I'm going to put some foil on it. I'm going to put the foil to it. Okay, KK, this is yours. I'm putting the foil to it at 90 seconds. Oh, it really stuck. It really stuck on, though. it grabbed that foil. Let's see how well it transfers. Is somebody calling me? Oh, yeah. You're going to have to wait, Hunte. We're doing a live. And my phone ringing. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Because last time I was reviewing my live video and I could hear the phone ringing and beeping and blurping and chirping. It feels like it's transferring pretty well though. Because your lamp wattage is only like 5 above mine. So look at that edge. It's coming off right away. I didn't even barely touch it. You hear it? You should have answered it then, girl. Yeah. This has been a really good live. I really appreciate this. This has been fun. So you guys got a chance to see a more transparent side of me, my silliness. I mean, I'll show it in the video sometimes too. Sometimes I'm serious. You guys are going to get all sides of me. Sometimes I'm serious. Sometimes I'm exhausted and tired. Sometimes I'm frustrated. Sometimes I'm silly and playful. You guys have heard me try to sing. And I think I was more silly in my earlier videos, like with doing the, some of you guys that are newer to the channel may not have seen them, but remember when we were doing the mass finger? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I love you all too. You know what I say? I say I'm too old to give a damn. Or is that going to get me, is that going to get me in trouble with YouTube? Oh, the bear in the bottle set. The drunken bear. The mass finger. Me and my brother used to do the mass finger. KK, this feels like it is transferring pretty good. Yeah, my brother. My brother be zipping around all over. He does. I can't get him to sit still, so. I sure will. Thank you. Yeah, this is your foil, girl. This is her transfer did good too. 90 seconds and my 75 watt / her 80 watt lamp, and this is a idea for you guys to see what that would look like. I'm still rubbing out the wrinkles. Isn't that aggravating? That's the worst part, right? That's why a lot of people will just cut their transfer off right there, especially because when you get around to the dome and arc part of the nail, it's harder to get that transfer. And I meant to tell you guys this straight from the beginning. I actually chose these nails in particular for a reason, because these were the more naturally curved shape that I have. Yeah, we done talked about age. We done talked about motorcycles. We done talked about partying. We talked about food. But this video was all about transfer oil. Yeah. refrain from it, but that's the attitude you get when you get of a particular age, okay? You be like, I don't care about all that junk. Go on somewhere with that. We too old. We done lived out some troubles and hardships and struggles and health issues. Ain't nobody trying to be bothered with that mess. Go on somewhere with that crap. Take that young mess someplace else. Okay, here we go. This is for Kendall. Look at that transfer. You know what? I'm gonna have to take the backing off so you guys can see it. And that one is still, I want to make sure I get a clear takeoff. So you got, I hope I don't rub it off with these gloves on trying to get the tack off the back. Oh, this is a totally clean transfer. Look at the paper. Look at that paper. Can you guys see it if I do this? That's for you, KK. Okay, get it even closer. Perfect. 90 seconds, 80-watt lamp, 75 to 80-watt lamp. And then this one is going to be 90 seconds and the 45, and it'll be our last one. I thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. I really do. It actually, you know what? It just made my day from all the troubles and frustrations with the computer, because you guys just don't know. I got a neon yellow acrylic set. I got a nail biter acrylic set. I got some polygel videos, undercover. I just got some stuff banked away since I'm having these issues with the computer. So you guys are going to have so much to see. Right. Perfect. Right. So you guys are getting a chance to see what works. I think I kind of crinkled this. Let me try to work that wrinkle out. This one actually grabbed real nice too from the start. So I'm gonna push this wrinkle out of here. So if you see a little crinkle right there, it's because I must have had it bunched between my fingers. So yeah, we just on here experimenting. You have super oily nail beds? You going with builder gel? Well, you know what? Mine stays somewhat oily at this point because I keep my treatment on. I'm gonna show you my finger because I've gotten kind of self-conscious about it. Because I keep my treatment on there and it keeps it kind of oily until it all absorbs in. Yeah, I got that Savvy Land Builder Gel. Is it the 12 color one? And someone asked me about Builder Gel, and I've still only done like, wait, maybe 1 or 2 Builder Gel videos. It's so much to think to do sometimes. This upper left corner didn't seem to take too well. I'm trying to rub it in. And you got to remember, this is like that more difficult paper to get transferred from too. The softer paper will lay to the nail bed a lot easier. So that's why we discussed paper quality. Okay, I think that part peeled off now. Back in the 90s, let me see. Back in the 90s, it was mostly like Kiss stuff back in the 90s. I'm trying to think of a acrylic brand. Super Nail was out in the 90s. I know I started out using that when I started going to school. Super Nail. In fact, I still have some Super Nail stuff laying around here. I just use it like when I'm testing stuff. Polygel has been out for a minute, but it really didn't hit the market strong until people weren't talking polygel when I got licensed, and I got licensed in like 2013, 2014. Girl, that OPI in the so okay, just a quick like just a little more quick background. When I started out straight out of nail school, my instructor was doing like referrals for us, which I thought was cool. I don't know if they do that for many people in nail school. I don't know if many instructors do that, but she did a referral for me, and I went to someone that she was closely associated with that had a salon. And so that's when I started. I was nervous. Her daughter was the one doing the nails, and she was more like the esthetician, this lady. And I spent a little time there just to get the feel of how the business runs and what to expect. And from there, I went to a high-end salon, and it was great for me because it was close to the house. But in the high-end salons, they don't do acrylic. They don't do acrylic. They don't do polygel. They don't do builder gel. They do no enhancements. So in the higher end salons, what you're going to do is get gel polish. You're doing gel polish services. And OPI, that's what we used. Strictly OPI and SE, and it was one more brand. I'm trying to think of it. It was the brand that came out with the no lamp gel polish that cured on its own. I'm trying to think of what that was. That's what we used at OPI. I think, was that your response that I sent when I said, yeah, bubble bath and something about a waitress, that red color that was named something about a waitress. That's all they came in and asked for. Oh, okay, Omnia, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you were quiet, but I know sometimes you just watch. So I really appreciate you letting me know that you were still here and that you got to go. Here's the peel off 90. Oh, look at how sticky it got though. 90 seconds. This is the last one anyway. 98 seconds in a 48 watt lamp. It could, I don't know if that's from the amount that I put on, but the transfer is still good. Maybe it's from the amount that I put on. Transfer is good, 90 seconds out of the 48 watt lamp. A whole 2 weeks of nails. So what do you guys think? Okay, this was just us having fun, experimenting. You got a chance to see how some of the transfers worked well, or if they didn't. We addressed one that did have a little bit of light yellowing to it. 48 watts did better at 60 seconds, and even at 90 seconds, but not at 30, okay? 60 seconds, 30, 90. So I'd say 48 watts. Yeah, it did better at 60 or above. 54 watts. Did fairly well at both. I think it did better at 60 though. Did I have it backwards? 30, 60. And then 75 watt lamp. It did actually pretty good no matter the time. But yeah, try those things out because this was just being done for fun and for me to spend some time with you and chat with you since I've been having the computer trouble. I wanted to do something different. I really appreciate you guys being here. I enjoyed this truly. What does that say? Have a good night. Oh, girl, you on vacation. You better get back to your vacation. Thank you even more for being here on your vacation. It's great to you, Latoya. Yeah, I think so too. So it was just a chance to explore. Okay, thank you so much. It was fun, Pandora. Thank you. I'm glad I got a chance. I'm gonna have to see you're gonna have to show your lamp, Pandora. Because I don't remember if I saw it. Okay, KK, love you too, girl. You guys have a safe rest of your evening. I am so happy. You guys don't know how much you just cheered me up this evening. Just being here. Just talking with you and you guys just being here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to be pushing. If you don't see any videos from me this week, you know why. Because of the computer. But even if I got to shorten them, I'm even going to try that. So we'll be seeing you soon. Thank you. Love you guys.